Rakia Jackson, and for Florida A&M, it's Haley Brennan. And it is basketball time here tonight, and we're off in Knoxville. Rakia Jackson down low quickly, and she's fouled just 5 seconds into this one.
If you're Kelly Harper, you just have to be excited with that opening play. Your team getting out early on, getting an easy look.
That was a beautiful move from Rakia Jackson. Tip it out this side to Spear and then jolt right down the lane and get to the line. And as we mentioned in the open, here in her 5th season in women's college basketball, Rakia Jackson at the line. Jackson, All-SEC first team this year, and she gets her first point and the first point in the 23-24 season for Tennessee, and they'll set up in a token pressure out front. Driving in the lane and is fouled down low. It's Grizzle, as we mentioned in the open. Grizzle's second team All-SWAC last year, and as we talked about her earlier, she comes over from Tuscaloosa 2 years ago, and that is exactly what you want if you're Bridget Gordon here in your first year.
FAMU is going to have to get to the basket. They have a little bit of a size disadvantage, so they have to draw fouls and make their free throws.
Grizzle's first one off the mark last year, an 82.4% free throw shooter. As she goes, so will Florida A&M this season, and we're knotted up at 1, just 12 seconds into this one. Both teams coming out to press early. Florida A&M kind of in that box and one, and Sarah Puckett leaks out the backside, and the turnaway jumper's good. Tennessee with their second win.
That's going to be the advantage when you're playing a press so far up in the court. You're going to have to advance the ball and get those open looks down low.
Tennessee with Hollingshed, Powell, Puckett, Jackson, and the newcomer Spear to start here tonight, as we'll have a foul out front on Jillian Hollingshed. This is what they call a Puckett bucket around here, Cameron Harris. What a play by One and White.
I like the reverse move by Miss Bucket.
Out front to start tonight, Gilbert, Subarats, Brennan, Grizzle, and Delancey for Florida A&M. That jumper off the mark, and Hollingshed is there. And going to be curious to see Jillian Hollingshed in her second season on Rocky Top. She kind of backed up Tamari Key last year. She gets the start tonight.
I'm such a fan of Jillian Hollingshed. I think her game is there's so much growth that is there and so much potential that is in her game that the sky is the limit. I think she has a pro build to her. I think she's lengthy, she's tall, she moves well. I think right now her biggest thing is consistency.
I think something I'm most excited for is to see Hollingshed and Key on the floor together. They go 6'5" and 6'1" together. That'll be a fun combination down low in the paint. Quickly ahead of the back, and the layup made inside. It is number 13, Ivette Subarats, down low for Florida A&M. Florida A&M in that matchup, man-to-man defense. Looks like they're switching everything down low on this talented Tennessee offense as Jackson fades away and finds the bottom of the net. Rakia Jackson with 3 early on the night. Again, 19.2 points per game last season. This is her 4th year on the Naismith Trophy watch list here for Kelly Harper and her squad. Nice drive and an easy finish down low. It's Ariana Grizzle with a shake and finish with a right hand.
I have to give Skylar Boxiger an assist for that, because the way that she was able to post up and create that space for Grizzle to get an open look was phenomenal.
Knotted up at 5 early as Powell will check out, and the first time we'll get to see Destiny Wells, the transfer from Belmont, here in the regular season. Nice defense out front. That's Jackson working with Delancey, and the Lady Vols will get it down low in the paint, and Delancey with the quick hand, she's got the steal. 2-on-3 back the other way, and Delancey goes coast to coast with the right. Florida A&M in front. Wells out front. We mentioned coming over from Belmont in the Mid-State, first team All-Missouri Valley Conference last year. She'll be key to get kind of that scoring threat going for Tennessee early on this year. Sarah Puckett with the deflection, and Grizzle able to track it down. Sets up a Delancey three, book it! Florida A&M doubling up the number 11 team in the country early. Spear looks to answer, and she's got it. Joel Spear with her first bucket in a Lady Vol uniform here in the regular season.
It's going to be a shootout tonight, potentially.
Tennessee got 2 preseason exhibitions under their belt already this season. Here in the last week and a day, taking on Carson Newman, a win in that one, but the Lady Eagles put up 72 in that one. Tennessee with a winner as Jackson is called for the charge, and it'll go back the other way.
What we're seeing right now is such a reflection of Bridget Gordon's team. Right here, you can see this charge. You can see the anticipation by Grizzle right there just to get outside of the restricted area and give herself enough room to take that charge. Great play by the veteran.
Grizzle setting those feet nicely outside the restricted arc, gets the charge, and back to Tennessee. And as you mentioned, Cameron, Bridget Gordon patrolling the sidelines here in Knoxville. Her name is up in the rafters here at Thompson Bowling Arena, and she got quite the reception from the home fans when she was announced as Grizzle finishes with the left. Caroline Strickland, fresh into the game for Tennessee, and a little give and go, nicely done. Jackson to Strickland down low.
That was a great look by Rakia Jackson, and that was an even better cut. And when you have those high-low actions between your post players, that can just be your bread and butter all day.
Grizzle out front, Florida A&M with the lead, looking to extend it. It's off the mark, but the hustle rebound down low. Subarats is there, and she will go to the line.
Coming into this game, mind you, this is FAMU's first game of the season. So Tennessee, there wasn't too much film to look ahead and kind of get an idea of how they're going to play this year. And I have to say, they're coming out strong.
Credit the hustle from Florida A&M early in this one, and you would expect nothing else from a Bridget Gordon coach team. Subarat's first is up and good.
Yeah, if I know anything about Bridget Gordon, they're going to get after it, especially defensively. You're going to play hard. If you're playing for her, you have to play hard.
Gordon with her first head coaching gig in Tallahassee there at Florida A&M. Mentioned she coached or played under Pat Summitt, the legendary head coach. Got to have a defensive mindset when you played for Pat Head Summitt. Strickland will reverse the basketball in the corner, and this pressure from Florida A&M is suffering early. Long three from Wells out front, no good. Strickland towers over the defense, goes up, and she's fouled. Florida A&M has came to play.
And again, she just does such a great job of really getting to her players and developing that relationship outside of the court.
Gordon actually was introduced as an assistant at New Mexico State just about a half year ago. Spent about 2 months there, and then Florida A&M came calling, and that is where she will patrol the sidelines down in Tallahassee this year as Strickland gets the back end to go, and Tennessee's within 2. Halfway gone here in the first quarter as what a feed inside. Ariana Grizzle again. She is up to 7 tonight for Florida A&M.
I love the fearlessness that she's playing with. You know, she's not the tallest person on the court, and she's still getting to the paint. Tennessee is going to have to limit those middle drives because you don't have help when you're driving middle. You see she has an open lane. There's no help side. So Tennessee is going to have to force her towards the baseline.
The grad student, 5'9", from Toronto, Canada, mentioned she played down in Tuscaloosa a couple seasons ago, played here in Knoxville a couple seasons ago as well. So I don't believe this spotlight of a top 15 program will scare her at all. Left side, open three, Wells, book it out front. Check that, that's Joel Spear outside, her second three of the night. And driving down low and a charge back the other way for Tennessee.
You don't see too many post players taking a charge, so I know Kelly's happy about that. I don't think I had one charge when I played at Tennessee, so I'm gonna give it up for Strickland. She's doing great. I love when you can risk your body like that.
Cameron, are you telling me you were more the finesse player in your time here?
Yeah, we're gonna go with that because the charges just wasn't my strong suit, and that's okay because Strickland is making up for it.
Nice charge down low from Caroline Strickland. As Florida A&M has hit 6 of their last 8 shots, and they have a 1-point lead until Tess Darby's 3 goes just short. Strickland trying to hustle after that one, and basketball back the other way.
Even though that shot was short by Darby, the way she was able to release that shot so quickly, FAMU, they lucked up on that one, but they're going to have to get out on her quickly, especially on those screens.
I was setting up for that one nicely. It looked like it was going to go from our vantage point, but just short for Tess Darby. She's defending out front. We'll send that one back. Tess Darby says no ma'am to Nashani Gilbert, and Tennessee will get the basketball. Trying to find some space goes Gilbert, and then that one just off the fingertips of Cindy Hendricks, And Tennessee looking for their first lead in just over a couple of minutes. The Rattlers have came to play here in Knoxville. Down low, Strickland trying to find some room outside. That'll set up a Spear 3. She's got it.
We have a shooter.
Money out front from Joel Spear, 50% out front. She's got 3 threes already. And in her Tennessee debut in the regular season, Spear looks just like what Kelly Harper wanted.
Tennessee being able to have, you had Tess Darby, who's also a great shooter, but to have another threat on the arc is such a huge advantage for Tennessee.
They're going to say Spear traveled with that one. 2 feet hit down, but nice defense down low. Spear money from out front. And credit Joel Spear coming over from Wake Forest, second team All-ACC last season. The number 4 player in the transfer portal, according to ESPN, and she can put up buckets in a hurry, as we've already seen in quarter number 1 tonight. And she's going to get another look at it, and that one just off. This place was ready to go crazy again.
If you're FAMU, you can't let that happen. In transition, you're going to have to identify her, pick her up early. She's checking out of the game now, but I know Bridget Gordon isn't too happy about that. After the second one, you got to find her.
Spear will check out. Number 5, Kyle Wynn will check in. Win 31 games a season ago. Just 6.5 minutes a game. Looking for an extended role here this season for Tennessee. Pull up Jay from about 15 is left short, and Wynn right on cue with a rebound. Wynn looking to push for Tennessee. Puckett, nice post feed down low, and then she lost it. Looked like Sarah Puckett just set up a little low, and then that feed from Strickland just wide. Turnover back to the Rattlers.
This possession is going to be big for FAMU. You don't want to have back-to-back possessions that don't go your way, because Tennessee, they can get going early, so you want to take advantage of every opportunity you have.
Florida A&M has led most of this one. They've got a 2.5-minute scoring drought, and that will continue. Kaya Wynn ahead of the pack. She will glide in with the left and finish untouched. Tennessee with their largest lead at 4. And Kaya Wynn with the defense, and they come to their feet in the Food City Center. Nice defense down low by Wynn. Kaya Wynn just setting up, and will tip that one out. They say that one was off a Grizzle. Offensive end leads to defense for Tennessee. Puckett, Darby, Wynn, Strickland, and Destiny Wells for Tennessee. And Florida A&M will look to push, and now Grizzle will slam on the brakes and set up. And pull up with a J, and that one's up. Scrum on the floor for the basketball, jump ball, possession arrow to the Rattlers.
I like that look by Grizzle. Even though she didn't knock it down, I like that she's continuing to stay aggressive. The last few possessions haven't been going their way, but you can't let that deter you and stop your energy.
Tennessee on the midst of an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes of play. Lead this one by 4 early. I want to thank you all for joining us here on the SEC Network Plus. For our entire crew tonight, for Sarah Detweiler and for Tamara Harris, I'm Zach Nelson. Blessed to be with you here tonight. Day 2 on opening night here in women's college basketball. As Puckett will be fouled down low.
Powell hit Puckett a little late on that position. She was posting up early on. I wish she got that ball inside a little bit sooner.
Checking in for the first time tonight for Tennessee, the Pitt transfer, Avery Strickland. Played her high school ball just down the road at Farragut High School. She knocked down a couple threes in the exhibition on Sunday. Good to see her in for Kelly Harper's squad.
I was really excited to see her play. She showed up against USA.
Strickland, one of those transfers in this season for Tennessee. Puckett knocks a couple of down. Strickland, just a 10th Knoxville native to play here in the program for Tennessee. She joins the likes of Destiny Wells, Joel Spear, and Talasia Cooper. The South Carolina transfer will redshirt this season for Tennessee. As Florida A&M has came to play, Cameron. They are just getting after it on the offensive side of the floor.
That was another middle drive for FAMU.
And Strickland strokes that one from out front. What an answer. 3 seconds separating shot and game clock. And Florida A&M trying to get down low, but they'll turn it over back to Tennessee. 3 turnovers on the night for the Rattlers, and Tennessee will get to slow this one down and take one. This offense has looked good for Tennessee tonight. They're on pace for 96 and make that 108, but the defense has been the curious spot, giving up 19. Florida A&M trying to get down the floor in a hurry. I don't think they see what's going on with the game clock, and the game clock will run out for Florida A&M on their last possession. The Rattlers came to play.
Tennessee is going to have to adjust.
A surprise stat after quarter number 1. Florida A&M is outscoring Tennessee in the paint 12-10. Strickland will get a 3 out front, no good. And that's as surprising of a stat as you can think of. And if you're Bridget Gordon, I'm sure you'll love to see that early here in this one. Puckett will set the feet from about 8 feet, and she's got it. Tennessee in front by 9, their largest lead of the night. Ariana Grizzle with a basketball for Florida A&M. She's got 9 to lead all scorers tonight. She's been quiet since a couple of early buckets for the Rattlers. Florida A&M needing to get 5 and green going to stay in this one, and that'll be a legal screen back to Tennessee. One young lady we haven't seen so far tonight, Jamari Key for Tennessee, toward the end of the bench for the Big Orange. Starting the exhibitions for Tennessee, kind of some spot minutes early. As Caroline Strickland finishes down low, but you've got the post production down low. Key can have a breather down. Nice defense up front by Sarah Puckett. Grindle trying to get going, and Grizzle turns it over. Rakia Jackson, 2-on-2 break, drops it off to Powell, sidestep, and that was beautiful.
The aggression that Powell's played with, even at her size, is so fun to watch because she's so tough. Small but mighty.
Small but mighty indeed. Nice feed down low from Rakia Jackson, and Powell finishes it herself. 4 points on the night for Jasmine Powell on the back cut, and that one thrown away. Rakia Jackson able to come out of here with it, leading the break for Jasmine Powell.
Jasmine Powell, just the side step, a little Euro step, great finish at the rim.
With the right, that is.
A little scoop action.
Phenomenal down low, and then Rakia Jackson, no good. Sarah Puckett to rebound and go up with it. We'll have a jump ball down low.
You gotta love the offensive rebounding by Tennessee. If you're FAMU, all you really can do in these situations is box out and hope and pray to the basketball gods that, you know, they can get an over-the-back foul, but you just gotta push back.
Puckett was able to get that board, but then Grizzle came in. We've seen her be on the floor quite a bit tonight, and she was able to tie that one up. Thus the possession for the Rattlers. Tennessee doing a good job extending that pressure. It seemed like the Rattlers could get in the paint early in this one, but Tennessee able to shut them down out front. A. Strickland looking to run the break for Tennessee, and now Powell will reset. Jasmine Powell getting downhill with that right hand, and she is fouled.
Great move by Powell. An open lane. You got to take what the defense gives you in these types of situations.
Jasmine Powell, the transfer from Minnesota. And what do you like here for Jasmine Powell as she gets to the cup?
I just like the toughness that she plays with. You know, she gets an open look to the rim. The defense didn't stop her. The defense dropped their left leg, so it just gave her an open lane, and she took advantage of it.
Tennessee on a quick 8-0 run to begin this second quarter. Posing their will on the defensive end after Florida A&M extended a lead out to 4 early. Tennessee showing why they're that number 11 team in the country here tonight. Grizzle out front will hand it off to Subarat. Going left the whole way. And we'll have a foul on Strickland out front.
FAMU is loving this flex offense. They're playing a lot of 4-out, 1-in. They're trying to make a lot of cuts and screens and to lead them to open looks.
Grizzle out front, defending by Strickland. 3 on the way, no good. Jackson is there. Tennessee looking to push again. You got to think Kelly Harper said, let's push the basketball and then get it down low to Hollingshed, but that one's thrown away. Nice hands by Brennan, and back the other way come the Rattlers. Subarat's down low, will flick that one up. And can't find the bottom of the net, and Tennessee rushing back the other way. Jackson out front, 3, no good. And Hollingshed with a board down low. Hollingshed battling down low in the paint. She'll draw a lot of attention down low, and she'll set the screen for Powell. Powell getting downhill, will pull up, and it's off the mark. Hollingshed there again, and she's fouled.
FAMU is going to have to do a better job communicating on those screens. Both of they just stayed on the screen. Nobody adjusted. They have to all be on the same page.
And that's just girls up front saying, hey, switch, 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 or kind of hedge that screen maybe.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to do a jam and go under, so they're trying to, push up on the post and let that guard defender go underneath, but it seems like there was just some type of confusion or miscommunication on that screen. Those are mistakes that you can't have, especially with Tennessee starting to pull away.
Jillian Hollingshed to the line. She played in 36 games a season ago for Tennessee. No starts, but she gets the start here tonight. The transfer from last season from the University of Georgia. It's the trip from Athens to here in Knoxville and gets one of 2 from the line. Darby looking to work here with Delancey. And Delancey will take it herself off the glass. Good.
Great job and composure by Delancey. She saw that pressure coming, but she stuck with it and was able to get a great look.
Spear out front, Jackson, no good. And that's rebounded down low. Outside of just a couple of quick shots for Florida A&M, got to be surprised by the poise of the Rattlers. They're not letting this Tennessee team get under their skin at all.
If you look at their roster, majority of this team are seniors and juniors. They really are a veteran team. They have a lot of maturity and they play with a lot of composure. It's just they have a lot of new players, so they're still trying to learn their chemistry and learn how to play with each other.
This is a completely rebranded squad from a season ago. The three is splashed down from out front. Haley Brennan, the sophomore from Daytona State. She one of those newcomers this season for Bridget Gordon.
I think Haley Brennan is going to have to get more looks.
Hollingshed tried to tip that out and tips it right to Grizzle. Grizzle trying to work, feeds it down low. What a pass! And Florida A&M's cut that lead down to single digits. Tennessee, no field goals in the last 4 minutes. The Rattlers on a 7-0 run. And Jackson will push that run quickly and break that run right in half. I'll be curious to see how Tennessee does with some scoring droughts. Kind of struggled offensively a little bit last season. You bring in Spear, you bring in Wells to kind of combat that as that one's sent away. Be curious to see how this offense looks for
It's a special moment for her and her team.
Gordon with plenty of assistant coaching jobs there at Georgia State, Wichita State, here at Tennessee for 3 seasons. SMU, Kansas State, and Cincinnati, but her first head coaching job down in Tallahassee for Florida A&M. Shot clock going down. I don't believe Florida A&M knows about it, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
Haley Brennan had an opportunity by the arc to get that shot off. In situations like that, you have to take what the defense gives you. You can take yourself out of a shot by overpassing.
That'll drive Bridget Gordon nuts here early in this one. But Florida A&M hanging in it, just down 11. The storied program in Tennessee, but Rakia Jackson says, hold on, wait a minute. That jumper splashed down from Jackson. Tennessee man-to-man out front. Seems to be switching about just everything besides Hollingshed down low. And excited to see the young lady at the scorer's table for Tennessee. It's going to be a big round of applause when this young lady comes in for Tennessee.
So fun to see Tamari Key come back. It's definitely going to be a situation where, you know, as a coach, as a teammate, as a fan, where you're going to have a lot of patience with her and, you know, just dealing with her situation last season. So it's really great to have her back. And once she's in it 100% physically, it's going to be a whole new team.
Phenomenal to see Tamari Key back in the orange and white. For what she went through last season. Everyone around was cheering for Key to get back on the floor, and she is back tonight for Kelly Harper's squad. Up front, Joel Spear. She's got 9 early for Tennessee, and she'll pull up and dot that one between the nets. 11 for Joel Spear early. Spear leading all scorers here tonight, 50% from the field. Tennessee going on an 8-0 run here over the last 2.5 minutes, and we'll have a foul. And that's Spear again.
Just doing a good job using that screen. When you have your post player right there, if you have to use the screen or it's going to be a moving screen on the post player. So she does such a great job of making herself open. And that shot is consistent. That's not just because it's the game. She was even doing that in shoot around. So that's definitely going to be a huge plus and a threat for any team.
That step back from Joel Spear, absolutely filthy. They say that one didn't go back and over from Olivia Delcy, and then a three from Haley Brennan right back. He trying to get a touchdown low and back to Florida A&M. Got a football score, 42-20. You kind of heard the groans from the Tennessee faithful as Delancey was tracking that one down at midcourt. Referee said she didn't have it in hand when that foot went behind the line. Led to a three from Florida A&M, and they are hanging in this one down. 2 touchdowns with a charge down low. Second charge of the night, first one down low for Spear.
She takes charges too.
Spear just sitting in down low.
If I was Delancey, though, again, she's going to have to take that shot early on. She had an opportunity. She shot fake, but beforehand, she has to take advantage of those looks.
Ball's out front to Spear, reversing the basketball. Nicely done, and then great hustle by Olivia Delancey. The transfer from St. Petersburg College gets the tie up. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Florida A&M led by as much as 5. Tennessee's largest lead at 16. And really is kind of hovered between this 10 and 16-point lead for the whole second quarter. And they'll get a steal here. Tess Darby trying to hang on to it. And Tennessee will be awarded the rock.
Tennessee is playing some great defense right now. This whole first half, they've been playing really great team defense.
Tennessee gave up 19 in the first quarter, just 9 here in quarter number 2. Joel Spear with a pull-up J, no good, foul down low. And it looks like it'll be on Tennessee. And slow to get up is Nashani Gilbert. Is out. One of the returners for Gordon off a team from last season. Joel Spear's been busy tonight. And she'll get point number 13 to go. She'll get 1 from 2 from the line. Hustle on the floor. Bodies hit the deck and a jump ball. Tennessee awarded the possession as Spear gets on the deck.
Great hustle. And she was the one shooting the free throw. For her to get on the floor, that's just pure hustle.
Always got to box out the shooter as Tennessee could go 2 for 1 to wrap up the first half. And that's exactly what they've got in mind. Wells can't get it to go. Tamari Key is there. She fumbles it, and Florida A&M's got it. Back the other way quickly is Yvette Subaretz. And she'll drive the lane. Tamari Key is there. And she is fouled down low. Key will pick up her first of the night.
I guess maybe that's a get-back call because I'm not sure that was a foul. But you win some, you lose some.
You see it different from our angle here.
You do.
Subaret's the line. She has been clutch tonight. She's got 3, but really on the hustle side, she's one of those athletes that will get downhill in a quickly and kind of spread apart that defense as the second foul shot is good. Tess Darby in. Kaya went out for Tennessee with a 13-point lead. They can settle for 1 if they choose to do so. Close one here is Knoxville as we finish up half number 1. Horn set out front. And who will Wells decide to go with? She's got Jackson and Key out front, and she'll go with 6 on the clock. Wells getting around the corner, feeds it off, Spear, 1 second, bottom.
Great execution, great look, great finish.
Great end of half play there as Wells gets to go here in the second half. It is fun to be with you all tonight here on night 2 of opening night here in women's college basketball. Tennessee and Florida A&M on opening night for themselves. And the Rattlers will get the basketball first here in the second half. And a nice pull-up jumper using that screen out front. Haley Brennan this time, and that lead is back down to just 14. That'll set up a Puckett 3 from the corner, and she has got it. Sarah Puckett out front for 3. Answer right backing off the mark, and Tennessee will look to push. Jasmine Powell with a nice dish down low. Rakia Jackson with the left, and it won't go.
Such a great look. But Rakia Jackson, she has to make those open layups. You can't miss those little bunnies. And she knows it. Jasmine Powell, she does a good job of seeing Rakia run hard in transition, going towards the rim. She made a face after that because she knew she should have made that.
I'll give Kia a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. The low bounce pass, trying to get it up and
That's
flick
fair.
it up.
That's definitely fair, you know, with her being taller, trying to go low and then back up can be a challenge.
Jackson, you see there, 8-3 and 2 tonight for Tennessee. She will be the straw that stirs the drink for the Kelly Harper here in this 23-24 season. And Tennessee coming off a season ago, 25-12 overall, got back to the SEC championship for the first time since 2015 as that 3 is off the mark. And for Tennessee, we've already saw LSU lose early just last night to Colorado. South Carolina looked really good against Notre Dame, but Tennessee, they've got a squad that could win the SEC this season.
They definitely do. You know, LSU, that was a surprise upset, but Colorado, they're still a good team. So, you know, kudos to them to come out. And when you're playing LSU, they're going to get the best game from their opponent every single night. It's going to be a punch. Every team that plays them is going to try their hardest.
Hollingshed down low, that one goes, and Tennessee with their largest lead at 21. You mentioned LSU, they'll be here inside the Food Center later on this season in February as that one is off the mark. Got to make mention, I love Kelly Harper's suit jacket tonight, but I don't think that compares to Kim Mulkey's suit last night as we see the Hollingshed duck under and finish.
Yeah, we definitely have some fashionistas in the women's basketball realm, so I love when I see the coaches show up and put on their best fits.
I love the Summit Blue from Kelly Harper tonight. It looks great. Sarah Puckett out front looking to dish it down, and Jackson said, watch that one, as Gilbert able to keep it alive, and now Ariana Grizzle back to the offensive end.
That was a great heads-up play by Nishani Gilbert. Rakia Jackson, she actually looked away from the pass, so there was some miscommunication there.
Puckett in transition, it's off the mark. Jackson is there. She'll duck in between two, and that was a mighty fine move by Rakia Jackson. We've talked quite a bit about Rakia Jackson tonight. She looked like she was not overwhelmed at all this past Sunday in a loss to the women's national team as that one splashed down by Gilbert. Rakia Jackson in her 5th season here in college, projected to go 6th in the WNBA draft this season. He'll be big this season as Spear gets it to go once more. Joel Spear with a team high and game high 18.
You got to love that adjustment by Spear. Right now they're closing out hard on her because she's just been knocking down those open threes. So for her to be able to read that and put the ball on the floor and get to the rim was a very mature play by her.
Joel Spear, 18 points tonight, 6 of 10 from the floor, but 5 of 9 from deep. And I think when Kelly Harper dipped her toe into the transfer portal, she said, I need some more shooters on this team. Joel Spear, Destiny Wells have impacted that, and of course, A. Strickland off the bench as well. Now looking to do work down low, and she is fouled. That was a nice take by 15 in white, and she'll go to the line. And is that kind of something we've seen new this year, Cameron Harris? Does Tennessee kind of get together in a little huddle and then clap out of it? It's like a football huddle almost.
Yeah, well, we've always tried to do that. Even when I was playing, huddle after everyday ball is important, just so you guys are all on the same page about what defense you're in. If you have a question, know who you're matched up with, know what we're running on offense. It's a good opportunity for us to just kind of get on the same page.
Is the clap new?
The clap specifically, that might be a little new. That might be new, but I like the clap, just so it kind of just confirms, okay, we're all together.
I think it's cool. It's a nice touch that Kelly Harper has added as Tennessee will get the turnover here. 4-on-3 break, and Powell stumbles cross court to Spear, and she'll do work. She could have finished that with her right, but she dishes it off to Jackson. Out front, Powell. Spear looking for 20. No good, and that'll be rebounded down low by Olivia Delancey.
I think that was a very unselfish play by Spear because she definitely had an open layup right there in that possession.
Tennessee with their largest lead at 23. Fresh into the game, Skylar Balzinger for Florida A&M. Nice suffocating defense we've seen from the Lady Vols, but Jackson comes off her feet. But Darby's able to pull down the board. Nice outlet pass in front. Spears there on the reception end. Nice feed from Jasmine Powell on the breakaway.
Great heads-up play by Powell to see her open teammate run down the floor.
6 points per game in her career at Wake Forest. Tonight, she's got a cool 20 points, 7 of 12 from the floor, 5 of 10 from deep. Spear will take a seat. Kyle Wynn, who has really spelled Spear tonight, into the ball game for the Big Orange. 3 on the corner. It's good. A corner special from number 1, Nashani Gilbert.
3 points, Nashani Gilbert.
The corner 3 is lethal, always. As Wynn will throw on the brakes, throw it up, no good. And banged around, and that'll be a foul on Hollinshed down low.
That's a shot that you want out of the break if you're FAMU. You need something to get you going right now. You want to close this point gap a little bit. So that was a great look by Nashani Gilbert and a great start.
You mentioned Florida A&M trying to close that gap. I am sure one of the assistant coaches in Jordan Harris will help them do so.
Yes, my brother. I think we're taking this a little bit too serious. My mom said we're taking this a little bit too serious.
Brother growing up.
Where do I begin? Maybe I'll just start by all the times I used to beat him in basketball. We'll just begin there. No, I'm kidding. But again, we would just stay up late, practicing, getting up early. He was literally my first coach. And we're just so competitive, and again, just all the times I just used to beat him in basketball have been great. So again, I'm just really proud of him. Again, I was saying before, my mom thinks we're taking it a little too serious right now, the way we've been going back and forth with each other. But it's all love for sure.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall in the conversation between you and your brother after you mentioned to the world that you beat him in basketball so much. I love that.
He's going to be so mad when he hears this back.
Jordan, we apologize early here in this one when you're hearing it back, as he coaches up his team here under Bridget Gordon here in her first season at Florida A&M. You mentioned his first assistant coaching job. A new staff here this season for Florida A&M as Kaya Wynn will get to the line. I'm sure you'll be keeping the tabs on the SWAC this season and Bridget Gordon in the Riders.
I definitely will.
Tess Darby will check out for Tennessee, as will Jillian Hollingshed, A. Strickland, and Sarah Puckett for the Lady Vols. Tennessee in front by 21. They have led by as many as 25 in the third quarter. And it was really a 14-0 run in quarter number 2 that really has held Tennessee out in front since. As Wynn knocks down free throw number 2. And this is really who Florida A&M's got to get going. It's Ariana Grizzle. But then that is a nice fake and dipping under by number 13, Yvette Subarats.
That was great composure by her. A little up and under action, great finish.
And then what a feed down low. Destiny Wells behind the back, and Sarah Puckett is there to finish that one.
A dime pass right there. A great look.
Absolute dime indeed down low to Puckett. Looked like both defenders just came into the face of Wells, and she dumped it off. And Tennessee with a 22-point lead in this one. Puckett down low, defending Grizzle, and she'll travel with it. Turnover back to the Big Orange.
If you're FAMU right now, you know, you can't count yourself out of the game just yet, even though there is a huge, not a huge, but there is a substantial gap right now. You still have to stay to who you are and really just continue to push, work on your plays right now. They're going to have to limit turnovers and take care of the ball.
You mentioned limit turnovers. They have done so. Tennessee has turned the basketball over now 11 times tonight. Florida A&M just 5. 65-43 in this one. Apparently my turnovers in my mouth is just absolutely terrible. That's points off turnovers I was trying to read earlier. 10 for Tennessee, 5 for Florida A&M. As that 3 off the bottom of the rim. Volleyball down low, and Stripling comes out of there with it. Foul down low on Subarats, and Tennessee's in the bonus. They'll be in the bonus for the remainder of the 2:38. And we haven't talked a whole lot about kind of expectations here for Tennessee in 23-24. 5th season for Kelly Harper here on Rocky Top. Projected to finish 3rd in the SEC, but what do you think is the key factor to get Tennessee back to the SEC championship and maybe to the Final Four?
I think the last few years, Tennessee has had all the pieces that they needed to win a championship. Honestly, I think last year they faced a lot of issues early on with injuries or just finding continuity in their lineup. And I think this season, if everybody is healthy and, you know, they just really play to their strengths, I think that's the main key, working hard. You know, I wish I could go back and do it over if I had the chance. So right now they have to just take every game seriously, be locked into every game, the game plan. I think they do a good job of trusting the process and trusting Coach Kelly Harper and what she's trying to build here. So just continue to, you know, be on the grind and have that tunnel vision during season is so important.
I couldn't agree with you more, Cameron, because you mentioned maybe an injury away, and the injury of Tamari Key, of course, kind of stares right at you and go, okay, Tennessee gets Tamari Key. Maybe they're an Elite 8 team. Maybe they're a little bit closer in that game with South Carolina in the SEC final. But she is back here this season. I think my key factor is to really get her conditioning back, get her back in basketball shape, especially for that SEC slate. Of course, you're going to play against a non-conference schedule that's second to none in the country. But she's got to be ready for SEC play for this team to compete for a championship.
Exactly, and just getting in shape. You know, having practice and being in game shape are just two different things. You don't get into game shape until you play games. So I think that won't be an issue for her coming SEC play. You know, they're not going to force minutes on her. She's not on a minute restriction or anything like that. It's just how the game goes, you know. And as long as she's doing that extra work outside of practice to get herself back to where she wants to be, back to where she knows she's capable of being, then she'll be fine.
You mentioned just fine. I think this Tennessee team will be just fine moving forward into this season. Again, just night one here. They got 2 exhibitions under their belt, but this schedule does not let up whatsoever. 3 of 4 in about a 11-12 day slate. Tennessee gets top 15 teams in a row there. That Indiana, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma sandwiched in there between Indiana and Notre Dame in a 4-game kind of cluster, and I think that'll be kind of a telltale sign for this squad. And then Thursday night, they go to Tallahassee and they'll take on the Noles. Number 18 team in the country as Edie Darby finishes with the left. We talk so much about this team. Edie Darby slept into the game, and great to see Trelvin White getting some action.
Great take by Edie Darby. The fans love her. They go crazy every time she gets in the game or she scores. They're just a player that I think they just really respect her.
And a nice feed down low, Kaya Wynn on the finish.
Exactly, Kaya Wynn. A great job of getting out in transition. That's exactly what you want to do. If you're Tennessee basketball, it's fast speed, fast pace. You want to get the ball ahead. You want to push. You don't want to have to set up a play.
That jumper dropped in by Grizzle. Her first point in the second half. She had 9 in just a quarter and a minute. Strickland will finish that one down low.
Great composure by Strickland. You know, even though she gathered herself and was able to finish strong at the rim.
Trying to defend out front now. Florida A&M will reset. Gilbert out front to Grizzle. And now to Delancey. 7 seconds to go here in the quarter. Delancey looking to shake free. Jumper on the way. Brennan no good. Darby gets the board. The half-court heave is off the mark. It wouldn't have counted anyway. But Tennessee is not new to a tough schedule. They've had the same thing last year where they faced a lot of adversity early on and still was able to show up and focus on themselves. So I think this season, I think it's a great thing that they're having that tough schedule and able to work on themselves early on, and I think it will hopefully pay good for them towards the end of the year in SEC play. But, you know, so far, they've just been playing great basketball. I love what I've been seeing from Jewel Spear. She's going to be a key piece for them this season. It's great to see Tamara Key back. Everyone's playing pretty solid defense, especially in that second quarter. It was great defense. They're doing a great job offensively, getting to the basket, being aggressive. It's what you want to see, especially in your first game. Tennessee with a warm-up to begin the season here on night number 1 against Florida A&M, but the Rattlers have came to play tonight. A difficult first game for Tennessee. As that 3 was knocked down in the corner, Lady Vols still in front by 26. Circling over to Puckett, looking down low for Tamari Key, finishes with a left.
Great action for Tennessee right there. You want to get that ball inside to Tamari Key. She was doing a good job posting, sealing her player off, and was able to get an easy 2. She does such a good job of keeping the ball high. She's already a lot taller than her opponent, so for her to also keep it high is just a huge advantage.
Tamari Key, one of those tall post players for Tennessee to go along with Jillian Hollingshed. You see that bench points graphic tonight. Tamari Key, part of that bench here in tonight's opening night contest. That's really your key stat. Tennessee outscoring that Florida A&M bench by 24. They lead by 26. Ariana Grizzle trying to get going for the Rattlers, and she'll have the basketball in her hands here, asking Something from Sydney Hendricks. Hendricks looking down low. Subarats is there. She'll twirl under. That was a pretty move, but she stepped on the inline.
It seems like there's some fatigue hitting for both teams right now. That possession was a little slower, less aggressive.
And you mentioned the fatigue kind of in this one. Tennessee playing their third game in an 8-day span. Well, lace them up and do it again here in 2 nights. ESPN2, Florida State, the Lady Vols in a fun one. Dylan Hollingshed will duck under. She can't finish. There on the board is Jasmine Powell, and she won't get the bucket to go, and back to Florida A&M.
That was a great possession. It started off with Jillian Hollingshed keeping her composure. That cut Rakia Jackson had, it wasn't there, so she held on to it, made her move, and then Powell doing what Powell does and getting in there. That was an overall good possession.
Scrappy 3 guards from Tennessee, and Spear, Powell, as well as the transfer from Wells, and as well, I can say Kai Wynn. Those are 4 good defensive players for the Lady Vols. Front shot clock winding down. 3, thrusted up and good. Out front, it is Haley Brennan this time. Kind of a desperation heave, and she gets it to go. And Puckett with an answer. It's out, and Wynn is there. Tennessee first to 80. Credit Florida A&M. They have shot the ball well tonight. Is that one up to mark? Hollingshed is there. Florida A&M shot the ball at a 45.8% clip. 44.4% from 3. Waning moments here in the 4th quarter. Tennessee in front by 25. Spinning inside and fouled down low. Sarah Puckett and Sydney Hendricks will go to the line. Good to see Hendricks in the lineup tonight. Her first collegiate action here in her freshman season.
Great spin move with the left-hand hook. She didn't get it to drop, but she's able to draw that foul and get to the line. If you're FAMU in this last quarter, you want to continue to work on yourself, run your plays, execute your plays, make your shots. In these final minutes, it's really about you, and it's you versus you and your game plan and executing that to the fullest.
This just the 8th foul shot of the night for the Rattlers. That going up against 26 for Tennessee. There's another stat that'll kind of stare at you. As Tennessee has gotten the line, also out rebounding Florida A&M by 16. Kai Wynn trying to dip into that lane. Left-handed hook shot won't go. Powell is there. It'll set up Puckett. Nice ball movement from Tennessee, and Jackson can't finish. And number 32, Nia Bostic said, hold up, we're going to pull that one back out and set up. Out front to Grizzle. Looking to shake on Wynn, and she will do so. Ariana Grizzle up to a team-high 13 on the night.
Great hesitation by Grizzle. Great move.
Ariana Grizzle, we mentioned second team all SWAC as Powell pulls up for a 3 off the mark. Jackson is there, and she will head back to the free throw line. I think if number 5 in green, Ariana Grizzle, plays like this, she's not going to be second team all SWAC this season.
I love what I've been seeing from her tonight. I think she brings what this FAMU team needs, which is aggressiveness, it's composure. She has that veteran energy to her. She's a great player.
Grizzle trying to go toe for toe, with Rakia Jackson here tonight. Jackson up to 12. And now to 13 here. And her final regular season opener in her collegiate career. She'll play a lot of basketball, though, in the WNBA, that's for sure. Grizzle looking to work with Edie Darby out front. Tennessee plus 23 as we approach the halfway point in the fourth quarter. Driving inside, Jillian Hollingshed with a rejection.
That was great help side defense by Jillian Hollingshed. Darby got beat on that drive, and then she had her teammate just come help her out a little bit. It's always nice when you have a shot blocker behind you.
And she almost got that one. Definitely impacted that shot, as that one will go down low. Nia Bostic this time. Bostic into the scoring sheet for her first time tonight. Florida A&M just down 21 in this one. As Wells will duck under, and she is fouled. And with that foul down low, Destiny Wells will head to the line, but not in that loss to Team USA on Sunday. Back from break, and Destiny Wells to the line. See there, 19.5 points per game last season at Belmont over in the mid-state here in the state of Tennessee. Travels about 3 hours east here to Knoxville. Wells, a local product from Lakeland, Tennessee. Again, she has 2 years of eligibility left, the number 15 player in the transfer portal, according to ESPN, in this last class. Hollingshed rejects that one again. Hollingshed now on to 3 blocks tonight, and the transition offense. Wells inside to Strickland for the easy bucket.
Tennessee's been doing such a great job of that tonight, getting that ball out in transition. You have the post players rim running, getting back to the paint area. It's leading them for some open, easy twos.
Below a nice little give and go action, jumper off the mark. Hollingshed skies again for the board. Hollingshed, 8th board of the night, to go along with 5 points and 3 blocks. Strickland, she's had herself a night as well, and she finishes with 11. Caroline Strickland up to 18 points on the night, 7 of 8 from the field.
You gotta love the two-man game against Strickland and Wells right now. You know, I love that Destiny Wells coming down the court. She's looking up. She has her eyes up. She's trying to advance the ball quickly.
That's a good combination we'll see this year. Again, Hollingshed and Key will patrol the paint, but Strickland will step outside and kill you from deep as well. But she is running the floor here. If Wells looks up, she might have found her, but that'll be tipped out of bounds. Back-to-back buckets and assists from Wells to Strickland.
Even on that one, she had her head up. She was looking for it. She wants to hit her post player running the floor. You gotta love that in a guard.
Run the floor, and your number will get called, as Wells is going to take this one from out front, just a bit outside, and Tennessee will turn it over to Florida A&M. .250 to go in this one. Tennessee in front by 27. Again, blessed to be with you here in Knoxville tonight. Our entire SEC Network crew. You have no idea what they do behind the scenes. And here on opening night, to have them with you as well as Sarah Detweiler and Cameron Harris, I'm Zach Nelson. Special shout out to our producer, Bryson Wright, director Isaac Fowler, as well as everyone else on our crew here tonight in Knoxville. Wells out front, Edie Darby a 3 off the mark. And Jillian Hollingshed, rebound number 9, rebound number 10. She's off, but Strickland is there.
You gotta love that possession. Edie Darby getting the ball up front. You have your post players rebounding, exactly what you want to see from them. Kudos to the work she's put in. You can tell she's improved a lot this summer. And she's playing really well. Exactly what you want to see from her.
Not that Strickland maybe even recognizes it, but I'm sure that her and Joel Spear might have a friendly competition with 2 minutes to go. And Spear out point totaling Strickland by just 2. Spear off the floor and Strickland on the floor for the Big Orange. Handoff in the paint, trying to work on Edie Darby is Ariana Grizzle. That one flicked up, Tamari Key with a board. Edie Darby looking to push for Tennessee. And Kai Wynn will set up for 3. Book it for 5 in white. That one blocked down low by Strickland, and Florida A&M will have the possession on the end line. Up top, Florida A&M working the basketball. And that'll set up a Grizzle 3, and she has got it. 16 on the night for Ariana Grizzle, 7 threes from outside the arc. Darby will set up, flick that one from way outside. It's off the mark. And now we're under a minute here on Rocky Top. Caroline Strickland, Joel Spear, each with a 20-piece tonight. As that pull up on its way, no good. Tamara Key with a board. And about 10 seconds separating game and shot clock. Key outside to Edie Darby, looking for her first points this season, and shoots that one just wide. Out front to Wynn, and now to Strickland. Strickland looking for her first bucket, and it is stolen away. Mashani Gilbert ahead of the pack, and she's fouled.
I love that FAMU is still playing. The clock hasn't hit 0 yet. They're still pushing. They're still trying to get to the rim. That's very promising for Coach BG.
Gonna be excited to keep tabs on Bridget Gordon and her squad this season. First year at the helm of Florida A&M. Gonna be fun to watch her down in Tallahassee this year. And stepping on the out of bounds line is number 1, Nashani Gilbert. And with 9 seconds to go, Tennessee will put a bow on this one. They will improve to 1-0 here in 2023-24. Capped off by 20 pieces tonight by Caroline Strickland and Joel Spear. And Camera Harris, it's been fun working with you tonight.
चल के बाद बंदे के ए भोला समिति से भमिया तोहार सिर्फ संडे के बुझो जी अब करी हमारे इंतजार तिसन संडे के सुन तो